Okie dokie. I wanted to model out some buttons for my game. Is what I'm thinking. Great. Thank you, GOG. Good to know that you're updated here. Okay. Oh, and audio. I did not double check all the. Okay, nope. Actually, I keep thinking I have it memorized. I do not have it memorized. Stream checklist. Okay. Avatar, working. Stream avatars, working. The idle desktop roller, working. The title is correct. And on the stream, microphone settings seem to be working. Okay, stuff is hidden, and there we go. Okay. GOG, you can bugger off, please. Okay. So now, I want to make a fight stick button, basically. So we do a cylinder and then a torus around it. Okay, wait, actually, take me to... the thing. Great. Here? There we go. And then we do B for bevel? Is that really what it is? Also, hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Now I'm never gonna unhear it. It's gonna be echoing every time. Mistakes were made! Shift spacebar or Control B. Okay. Shift spacebar. Interesting. Oh, Shift spacebar opens up that menu. Neat. Okay. So Control B. That is heckin' cool. That is totally not what I want, but boy, is that neat. Why does this look... Are there two cylinders? Okay, now everybody delete. There, okay, give me one. Or was it because I was doing them all at the same time? It's probably because I was doing them all at the same time now that I think about it. Okay, Shift A. We make a cylinder. Okay, and then I really just need the top of the cylinder, and then we hit Control B to bevel that. Yes, okay. Aha, then the scroll to give it a bit more. And then... How do I match that on the bottom? Unless I do select everything and then Control B and then scroll. Whoa. That's totally not it, but boy is that heckin' cool. Yeah, I was like, definitely have this as the thumbnail on the YouTube video. That's so cool. If you want to do top and bottom at the same time, you should use edge selection so it doesn't select the vertical parts. Okay, so edge selection. And then do all. I was like, I think that's specifically going to do that. Okay, and then Control B. And then that. Okay, now 2 is the hotkey for edge. Okay, I don't think I'm ever gonna remember that. Yeah, okay, so it's 1, 2, 3. Maybe that's easy to remember. Okay, so we go back to edge. There. Bevel. Nope. Control B to bevel, and then scroll. Okay. So then we try doing Control. No, click. No. Or is it just the face? Do I want the face? Okay, shift and then click. Aha, okay, shift click, and then we do Control B to bevel, and then we do that. Aha, okay. Then we pick some kind of arbitrary amount there. Yay, I have done it. Okay, and then back to object mode. It's also a short key for that, hotkey for that. Shade auto smooth. Shade smooth. Doesn't look very smooth. Shade auto smooth. I don't have anything selected. Shade smooth. Shade auto smooth. Shade smooth. Definitely shade smooth. Okay. So, and it is also add. Actually, yeah, I will take the add. That'll let me chug the tea and get rid of the glass. Okay, wait, I just had an idea. The desktop coaster, can I copy you? Okay, there we go. That'll make the break screen a little more interesting. Also, what I should do is have a looping video of all the games I've made kind of thing. But I think the coaster will be fine enough for now. Okay, wait. Let's look at a reference image here real quick. Why am I looking at a reference image? I have a flippin' fight stick right here. Yeah, so it is just a basic... I could just model out some kind of torus there. I guess technically the bevel on that is pretty heckin' small. So, yeah, a lot smaller than that, but that's fine. Whatever. Maybe not a lot smaller, but smaller than that. But okay. I want to add a torus. Shift A for a torus. We go to U. Actually, like, is it okay if I just shade auto smooth? Do I want to mess with the yeah, because I think it's okay if the button is sticking up a good amount. I mean, I can just squash it in Unity anyway, and I don't think that'll look too off. I mean, the animation, I most likely just want to push it into the ground, but in case it's too big, I could squash it. And then the question is, do I want to do any more with this, or... Because I'm actually looking at it, I'm like, no, it actually does look like it's just a cylinder stuck inside of a torus. Like, that's what it looks like. So I think I might just say, yeah, we'll just do the basic thing there. We select it and do shade smooth. Does that look like some kind of arcade button from the top? Very much, yes, actually. Yay! I mean, it's a little off because it's okay, well, that's a button. I did also kind of want to mess with making a bowling pin too. I don't know if I want to do that right now. Yeah, okay, you can put it under documentos, that's fine. Okay, so button, arcade. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Greetings, greetings. I feel like I gotta switch it up. It's fun to say, but it also... I'm gonna hear it every time now. I haven't even talked about my weekend. Yeah, on Saturday, I went and I just chilled and had breakfast and played some Merge Maestro, which was an absolute blast. And yeah, here I am about to do a status update when... Oh. I didn't get much progress done. The item structure is now set up so I can implement items. The last 2 days I got a bit distracted by my birthday present that arrived. There's a 14-day return policy in case something wasn't right. Or it wasn't like one expected, so my parents gave me 1 day to try it. And I got a message that my summer car mod had a bug that I fixed today. And then the Minecraft server that I currently play with friends. What was the birthday present? That sounds fun. That's essentially... it wasn't my birthday or anything, but I got distracted by Donkey Kong Bonanza. That's also why I was late, was because I cooked a pizza and I needed to let it cool. And then I started playing Donkey Kong Bonanza while waiting for it, and then I was like, you know what, I'm starting this stream late. I don't want to choke on a pizza. We're gonna just monkey around a bit and then start up the stream, so... A PMax Crystal Light VR headset. I have not even heard of that. I mean, I got the basic, like, Oculus Rift. Monkey around. Yeah, I know. He's not a monkey. He's an ape. But boo this man. It's funny because I don't know what that actual reference is. I just know the Killer 6, who does the Borderlands videos, he uses that as a every time he does a pun. Boo this man. It's some kind of Air Canada Boeing 787. Is that really what it's going to show me? No, okay. Yeah, but I got the basic Oculus Rift, like, a heckin' long time ago to do some VR development. Thought it was kind of neat, had fun doing it a little bit, and then haven't touched it. It probably would have helped me to get a nicer, fancier headset and then to actually have some games I wanted to play too. So. Oh, from Half-Baked, but I don't remember that movie very well. From what little I know about the Half-Baked movie, that sounds right to me, but I don't know. But yeah, because I was watching Naked Gun, like the third one. But they all like slap their heads. It's like the entire audience slapping their heads, and that one shows up in Killer 6 videos a ton too. So then when I saw it, I'm like, hey, I know that one. I've seen that before. Well, this looks like yeah, like this coloring and everything. This looks like it's trying to be a Razer thing. Is this from Razer? Because this is Pimax. Pimax? Pimax? I wish I liked VR a little more. Like, I had some fun with it, but I also get motion sick. Yeah, that Kirby Air Riders, I was just like, I think even watching that direct there was like, yep, nope. The first game was the game that made me the most motion sick I've ever been. But I was just like, I can't play this for any length of time because it just does the start and stop. Like, that's too much for me. It's also what's happened with oh shoot. The devs that made Fury are Haven. Haven is the game. Haven was the game that got me motion sick too, because they kind of had like a glide and sprint button that just turned into a lot of starting and stopping that just got me a little too motion sick. Which is funny because that has like turn-based combat and is mostly a chill game. But the way I was doing the movement wasn't working well for me. Okay, it's button arcade. Okay, this is an arcade button. I mean, I could also do the like bowling pin here too, which is just a cylinder that I would do. Do I want to do another file? Ah, sure, why not? Do I want to do a bowling pin right now? I don't think I should. Well, I mean, I could. It's like, I've been wanting to. We're doing some modeling. I wanted to do some modeling. Okay, what threads did I have going? There was the, I don't remember. Already forgotten. I was going to talk about my weekend before the VR headset got pulled up. But congrats on fixing a bug with the My Summer car mod and stuff. And that's cool that you have friends to hang out with. It's kind of sad to me that it's like completely gone from my life now. It's just like, I don't hear from my friends at all anymore. That Discord server is just very dead. I mean, I finally did get a response on like, hey, does anybody want to play Peak? And it was like, sure, maybe. Or it was like, oh yeah, people are playing Peak. And then that was about it. I know my schedule does not line up with my friends at all, but... okay, the slice tool. Or loop cut, rather. And then... which is like Shift L? Control R. Okay, whatever. I was off completely. It's right click to cancel anything, right? How do you do multiple loop cuts again? I want to do multiple loop cuts. Okay, why is that doing it like that? I just wanted to chop this into pieces and then, because I feel like that's the easiest way to do a, well, I could scale this along the Can you do 2? No, you can just do the 1. Okay, well I could do like nice and thin. And then I could scale it along the Y. Scale it along the Z. There we go. Back up to whatever that height was. Shoot. Rehab scene. Yeah, okay, I totally don't know the movie Half-Baked, so... so let's scale along the Z. Problem is, I want you to scale up to whatever you were previously, so maybe not. Okay, there was a way to do multiple loop cuts, and this doesn't seem to say it. It's not control, it's not shift, it's not control shift, it's space. Oh my goodness, what in the heck did I just do? It's not right click, it's not left click that confirms it. Yeah, I could do that, but I'm like, there's a manual way to just click a bunch and chop it into pieces. That's just no, that's not it. That's not how you do this. It's another way to do this. I could just roll with that. Scroll the mouse. This is what I was doing. What are we making? I was gonna make a bowling pin. I made a. I just threw together an arcade. Oh, I never exported that, did I? Okay, so this is pin bowling. We're gonna start doing these backward. Other languages got it right. Oh my goodness. There we go. Again, I'm going back to some of the this. So I was gonna try doing a bowling pin here, and then I've been playing, like, I've been doing a good amount of like prototyping of just I got some Quirkle. I got Quirkle yesterday, the board game, which gives me some nice some tiles to I don't need how to play, I just need how to spell. But essentially a Scrabble, but with colors and symbols. But it just made it easy for like what I'm trying to prototype. It's like, okay, if you have different colored buttons and different yeah, and then even the circles, it's like, okay, I can use these as the ball. And then I took a picture and then I don't think I ever posted it anywhere. But yeah, I could lay them out into a grid, and then I was like, oh, you could put these sideways to indicate a yeah, you could put them sideways to indicate that it's a bumper. So I was like, okay, yeah, there's a lot that you can do with the tiles there. Yeah, and then and then it's more and more like, maybe I could just do a physical version of this and screw the digital version. It's like, no. Okay. Yeah, see, it's just I want to keep this height, but I want to just scale it along this. Oops. Scale along this. That's kind of wild, but okay, no, on that. Oh, I used the tool from the sidebar instead of pressing Control R, right? Then using the scroll wheel indeed doesn't work. Oh, okay. I keep clicking on the buttons instead of the shortcuts because I don't know the shortcuts. So I'm like, we're gonna click on these because I can see these. We're gonna click on this because I can see this. This seems kind of odd that the clicking here does not let you do the. Just seems weird to me. Okay. Okay, wait, if I do scale along the Z, and then put in like a number or something? Is that like a multiplier or something? Wanted to shrink it. I just want to keep this size along this axis, and then just shrink the other two axes. Which, like I said, I could just shrink the whole thing, and then just blow it up along the Y again, but... Because everything is on the Z again, because it's Blender and not Unity. That's probably a pretty skinny bowling pin. It's a candle pin, like for candle pin bowling. I guess there is a few different bowling pins, because there's candle pin, Shift Z while scaling. Okay. To do the inverse of not scale along the Z. Okay, so what does it come up with bowling pin? Does it come up with, I was gonna say candle pins or duck pins or 10 pins? Okay, it comes up with 10 pin. Very much comes up with 10 pin. But is it the 3 different kinds of bowling pins? Or is there more? Oh, and that's it being made. That's neat. You just Minecrafted into yeah, okay, so that's the full thing there. Yeah, okay, and then duck pins nice and round. I think my parents were telling me that I liked candle pin bowling as a kid. Yeah, because I think they were saying something about, like, you know, I was actually fairly good at it because it is a lot more about aim than it is about huck a big old heavy ball down the lane. Yeah, exactly, yeah, because it's a tiny, like, little ball, like, instead of, here's this giant ball. Okay, okay, I very much did a candle pin one. Okay, so here we go. Then we do S Shift Z. Ah. Okay, that way. Which direction am I going with it? I don't. Okay, no, that way. There we go. Something like that. I guess I don't really know how to, like, essentially carve it out. So, never seen a candle pin before? Yeah, I was like, I think I've only, at least, like I said, I think as a kid, it's certain areas of the country that have certain ones. Like, since I've moved out to the East Coast, I've tried duck pin, I think. Yeah, because my sister and I were gonna go look for candle pin. Yeah, I was like, because it's in certain regions of, at least for, yeah, New England region of the U.S. And then I don't know where this, yeah, also the same spot basically. Duck pin and candle pin are basically in that one corner, and then everywhere else got infested with 10 pin. Oh, 9 pin bowling. They forgot one. Okay, that's the one on the strings too. It's a shooting sport. Okay. Oh, and then 5 pin bowling. The kid version, basically. Okay, does this have 10 pin bowling regions? No, because I was like 10 pin bowling, I think, is the everybody. This is what everybody thinks of for bowling. This makes me want to go bowling. I feel like it's been quite a while since I've gone bowling. Oh, it was when I was hanging out with my parents. We thought about going bowling and then said, nah, it's expensive. Like, that place had just, their prices had increased. So it was like, I guess we'll go watch Captain America. No, okay, what's the latest one? Captain America. What is the latest one? It's not Falcon. Captain America something or other. And it's just a Hulk movie, so it's just, yeah, that was just not a good movie. It was like, no, we should have spent the extra movie on Brave New World. That's what it was. Yeah, okay, forgettable title and forgettable movie. Yeah, which is why I stopped watching all the Marvel stuff, and apparently Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four First Steps are actually pretty okay, from what I've heard. Now that I've finally dropped off and stopped watching all the shows too, it's like they got so many shows that I was like, well, is all this tied together? I'm gonna, yeah, finally noped out and said, okay, you've soiled it, you've ruined it, you've too much. You oversaturated it there. Oh wait, what am I doing? I could just bevel this. Hit Control B. And then it was, yeah, scroll. Okay, wait, I lied. So let's not do the loop cuts. Can I undo all the loop cuts? Okay, now that I know how to scale it, and now that I know how to do the loop cuts. Okay, so now we, okay, wait, let's scale it first. That's the fun thing, is just getting back into Blender sometimes. That was, what have I done? I didn't mean to take it into wire mode. How did I do that? I hit S to scale, and then I hit Shift S. Okay, let's actually select something. I want the whole thing and nothing but the thing. Okay, scale, then Shift Z. Shift Z. There we go. Okay, so now, then I can select just the top. Then I can. That's your first message? You're gonna threaten with a gun? Threatening at gunpoint? What are we threatening here? I'm not intimidated. It's just a cat. Cats don't know how to use guns. Bevel. Okay, wait. Yeah, Control B. There we go. Yeah, then one of those directions. Okay, then. And now I can't zoom the camera to see what the heck I'm doing. Okay, so maybe we do that then. I could just find a bowling pin online, most likely. It's a learning experience, again, for the updates time on how to use Blender. Is there a way to lock it so it doesn't loop in on itself? Are you gonna shoot my buttons? That's not a press. That's a little more violent than that. Jeez. Jeepers. Okay, pressing. So now we bevel. We do that, then we do C. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to stop. There we go. Why are we modeling a penis again? I see. I can have fun interpreting that as like I did this already. It's supposed to be a bowling pin, so then we can have 10 penises in a line, getting smacked around with some balls. Okay, and I do kind of want it to look like a 10 pin, although I could just say it's a candle pin. Ain't nobody gonna know what that is. Yes, it's a bowling penis specifically. Yeah, I don't know exactly how. There's got to be an easy way to do that, and I don't know how to do that. Okay, so now we do whatever the shortcut was, and not the click on the thing. So Control R. Okay. Then some amount of loop cuts. Whoops. No, I liked where you were. That was fine. Okay, did you evenly space? I don't know. Oh, I guess this is a taller. And where was it going for a duck pin? I don't know. Okay, then we can just grab each of these. And then scale. Okay, now all of it? Oh shoot, that's another shortcut on how to grab through the thing too. Because it is not, in fact. Yeah, okay, it's not grabbing everything. How do you grab everything again? And I figured I would just do a little, like, I made a little arcade button, kinda, sort. I didn't. Okay, wait. I said this last time. I said I'm gonna go make this, and then, okay, open the other one. Open recents the button arcade blend. And then I want to export it. And there's some specific things I want to do. I want to export. Wait. Select you and you. There we go. And then I want to go to export. Then I want to go to selected objects. There's also a way to turn off the, like, extra stuff, right? Oh, yeah, okay. Mesh. Yeah, just the meshes. Oh, well then I don't need to worry about selected objects. Okay, let's try that, just to make sure I'm understanding this correctly. Okay, so then that went where? It went into Documentos, or something like that. Okay, let me just click that again to tell me what folder it is. This, Documentos. And then that's not actually how it shows up. Or is it? Yeah, documents. The Documentos takes me to Why? I was like, the rest of this is not in Spanish. I would assume that's Spanish, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so then I have the FBX, button arcade FBX. So then if I slap that into Unity, under models, well, and then Brainode could go back to threatening me with a gun, because I have not fully figured out the gameplay of this either. I feel like it's kind of at a crossroads here, where I'm like, because I think I went into this saying, okay, I'm going to put a number on the ball, and I'm going to put a color on the ball, and then you're going to put it in this goal here, which is much more of a puzzle game. But then I've been having a ton of fun with the kind of strategy of, okay, if you place these buttons in a successive line to make an ordered set. Okay, so now the cylinder, if we switch you out with this, you are at 4. Okay, so let me get rid of you. And then I gotta figure out how to stick this out of here. So out of the cylinder. Do like 20. Oop, wrong one. On Z. And then pull you up out of here. Oh, you're a bit big. Yeah. Row. Okay, and 20 was a bit too much. Okay, cylinder. So, 30. I guess it is supposed to be a just pressed button. And then we do U. And then 0.8, because I think that's kind of how that's going to work. Okay. How's that look? Is that looking good or is that looking kind of silly? It's looking like a pressed button right now. Okay, and then if I pull this out of here. Okay, wait, let's pull you up. I really just wanted to make sure that this got... okay. Okay, pull you up to 1? Yeah, okay, pull you up to 1 is the full. Okay, and then like a 0.6 maybe? Or is that too small? And then we do the button out like that. This is looking pretty good to me. Okay, and then, so yeah, it's a pressed button. Okay, so that's that. Okay, but that's not, well, okay, that's more what I wanted to mess with than the bowling pin, but back to the bowling pin. Just to work on my blender skills just a little bit with some fairly simple models. Okay, back to the other thing. Also, what else did I do? What else have I mentioned? Oh, I was gonna start going over my... and then ads. Okay, well, we'll leave it on. I guess I will. Yeah, I can go use the restroom. I will be back. Okay, dokie. So How do I go back to select everything? Or select through the model? It's one of those ones where I'm like, I feel like if I start looking up the shortcut for how to select through the model, I'll get the message in chat. But also if I don't go look it up, apparently I won't get the message. Because Minecraft is too interesting over the nonsense I'm working on, which, yeah, fair. Completely fair. Wait, that wasn't this, was it? Ooh, wait, I figured it out myself with my own mistakes. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so how do I make a curve on this? Okay, where's the fat? We're gonna define the fat as part of it. Is a third of the way down. Like there. So we'll balloon you out to like there or something. And then we'll kind of pull it out to look a little more like a nice curve, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. There's a fat pin. Okay, let's shrink this one. That's a fat pin. I think it's because that neck is fat too. There's a fat neck on that fat pin. Okay, actually maybe we just do everything and then do a nice S and then a Shift Z again. Aha. Okay, can I? Oop. No, wait, go back. I like the wireframe mode actually. I like that a lot actually. Okay, so this needs to be thinner. Let me do this a little thicker. And then everybody gets a little thinner. Kinda. There's still something wrong about the neck here. I don't know what I goofed up on the neck of this bowling pin here, but yeah, maybe we pinch that in. Again, this was mostly just a good exercise. I might have aimed a little too low on that, like bottom third or something there too. Okay, so let's scale you up a bit then. And then scale you down a bit then. Okay, now it's a nice sharp, curve there. I was gonna go over what I did this weekend. I spent Saturday morning doing some frisbee golf because I got a frisbee golf place near me and was bad at it. But I also throw the frisbees like I'm skipping rocks, like I throw them backward handed instead of like I did. Like it's well, that's the same thing. I noticed the same thing with tennis too. Is that like I don't do a good backhand. I can do a forehand. That's the way my body wants to twist. Is instead of arm across the body and then throw a thing, it's throw it backward and flick with the wrist. But it works. I was definitely keeping up with my dad when we did the little bit of frisbee golf, which was not this weekend, but yeah, this last weekend it was just a wanted to get outside and get some sun. Okay. Whatever. So was that what the Phillian? Whatever. Yeah, okay. Whatever. What if I do the shade auto smooth? Yes. Shade auto smooth. So the bottom of the pin looks a little weird and lumpy, but that's fine. I'm also weird and lumpy. What I make can be weird and lumpy. Okay, so now save as. Okay, that's fine. And then export as FBX, bowling pin FBX. Just the mesh, please. Nobody else. Then we go and throw this into Unity. So bowling pin. Okay, to keep going through my weekend, I wonder why you do this. Why did this one come out that way, but this one came out this way? Odd. Because I didn't rotate him. I don't think. Yeah, whatever, I'm gonna be... Okay, so you... let's do white. That'll help it look less out of place. Oh, and a shader. Default? No. Where's my... Don't I have a white? White. Yes. There we go. Okay. Then we're gonna throw the shader on here too. Should I do that for the button as well? Don't know about that one, but I could try it just to see. Maybe it'll work. Oh, ball. No, I want it to look shiny. So give me a ball. Nice polished, shiny, painful looking pin. And then we do the outline to give it some... There we go, you. It's not really working on you. That is the one, though. Why are you not liking this? What's your problem? Go back to this, then. Oh, that's... Yeah, okay, that's that. I might need to find a different outline solution, but that's okay, whatever. For now, I'm just messing around, so... Can I fully remake this as a thing here? I didn't add the stripe to it, that's fine. I don't need the stripe right now. And then... I don't actually know where this was. I guess it was supposed to be out here, but that's not really what the... Okay, so now we figure out where you are on here, which is probably gonna be like here and here, and then we can move you over. Nope, that's not it. There. That's what I did, right? That's what I did, right? I put in 2 though. Made another bowling pin model using a different workflow with curves. You can look at it in case you're interested. Maybe you'll learn something. As in, you show how to make it, or you just sort of say, here's a better way to do it because the curves are a better way to do it, and I just don't know non-destructive workflow. What are you saying about my workflow? Yeah, I was kind of wondering if Blender had some kind of like way to just do a curved cylinder, because that's all it is. Okay, like I said, a lot of this is just we learning. That's the more important thing. Yeah, I was talking to, I guess it must have been a recruiter. Oh, there's a blend file, wasn't it? Okay, that's, yeah, it's a blend file, not a model. But yeah, I was definitely realizing there's a lot of like projects that I do to kind of fill in that like gaps in my work history kind of knowledge, because there's a lot of stuff that's just not yeah, no, that looks pretty good. Doesn't have the like, I don't know how to use the tools kind of jank, but that looks pretty good. Oh, I think it's looking a little more bottle to me versus like bowling pin. I don't know what kind of specific curves are on a bowling pin. Okay, well I guess that's a specific curve. It's less pin and more throwing the ball down the lane, but yeah, okay, here's the exact way you should hit for maximum. Jeez. Probability of a strike. That specific technique. Yeah, because I think it's a little fatter here and there, which gives it more of a bottle vibe to me. But, select the left one and switch to editing. Then switch to edit mode. I don't remember what the shortcut is for that either. Bezier curve. And then moving around. Oh, is that just the, okay, that's the 1 point there. And how you modify that exactly? It's selecting it. And we scale it. Kinda. I just wanted to move it. Okay, I seem to have, oh, wait. Okay, this looks like it's the, yeah, it's the points defining the curve here. Numpad 1, okay. And this is why it's gonna take me so... Numpad. Like, 1? I can press 1. I can press F1. I don't have a numpad. I specifically went out of my way because I'm like, I don't use the numpad for anything. I'm not gonna, I don't need a numpad on my, my keyboard. I figured I'd save a little money by having a few less keyboard buttons that I don't use. But apparently, I guess I'll never be a good Blender user if I don't have a real keyboard. Does it say? Draw, curve, extrude, radius, tilt, shift spacebar, control T. Is that really what I want? I don't know. Why is everything... They had a few that were like shift spacebar or something, right? So, I'm clicking that, control T. Apparently that's not it. Shear. Randomize. Then press on the negative Y on the small widget on the top right. Oh, that's specific view. You have to be in that specific. You made one of these? You made a, as Brainoid said earlier, a bowling penis? I mean, that is what the... There's definitely some phallic imagery in bowling. Okay, so then... The view makes it easier to work with the curve. Yeah, okay. So then how do I actually grab it and modify it exactly? Okay, so again, this is not what I meant to be messing with. I meant to be messing with the actual game a bit more. It's not draw, right? Because it's going to be adding to... Yeah, no, it's adding to... That's curve extrude. I don't want to extrude it. Oh, I guess hello. Welcome. Yeah, see, now I'm like, oh, I could play the audio, but that, like... That works for new people. That doesn't really work for people that have been here. Okay, I was kind of messing around with making the cover again, it looks like. Blender curve? Oh, that's me putting in the wrong file into the wrong place. There we go. Okay. So, you're new here? I've seen that green before. I don't believe you. Okay, so now can I position this to look like it's getting smashified? And then we rotate this in kind of a somewhat random way. And then here I'm like, oh, spin it that way. There's no reason to do that. Yeah, okay, so now this looks like it does look like it's getting hit, but it also really puts on display my awkward work on that bowling pin. This definitely needs some kind of like lines or something to indicate the heck is going on here. Okay, actually, like, make this white as well. Oh, and then I wanted to mess with Arnold. Something about Arnold? Actually, no. Do I have a gray? I think I want that shiny plastic look, though. Oh, I guess that is supposed to be the shiny plastic look, and it's not really coming out shiny in plastic. Okay, let's do a gray material. Back to you. I thought I was gonna play the sound for new people. Yeah, all the sound effects came out kind of low. I think it's because of the. Okay, yeah, because I was like, if I kill the music, it should be a little more.
That's it. That little thing.
Yeah, there we go. I think the music was just drowning it out. Imagine if we had an actual game and making a cover for it. Cover comes first always. I don't know about always, but depends on how you make. You could do either or. I think the smart money is on you make the game and then you make the cover for it, but I think the actual money, if mobile games are to be believed, is you make the marketing for the game and then you make the game. So. Oh, the gray. Well, I knew I was gonna want the buttons. That's okay. 80, 80, 80. There we go. Middle of the road gray. And then, because I'm American, we're gonna use the A. gray. Then we add that to you. Okay, or don't. Add that to you. There we go. That's nice and shiny. Yeah, instead we get a cover and make a game for it. I'm doing both at the same time. I'm still working on the game a little bit, kind of, sort of, maybe. I've been prototyping the board game stuff. Yeah, I thought you released the game first, then make the cover. I mean, if you're doing that for a game jam, or if you're doing that for, like, if you're a sane person or something, but... Yeah, exactly. No, in the case of mobile games, you make the marketing for the game, then you make a game that has nothing to do with the marketing. Yeah, that's more the angle that we're going with here. We're hoping that all of this random nonsense will sell somebody on the idea of playing a game like this. And then we pull the rug out from under them and make a game that is nothing like this. You just keep going on and on about... Gotta make an actual... You gotta have an idea and implement the idea before you go and make a game. And what if I'm using this to work my way towards making a game? Okay, it just didn't add the shader or anything. It just didn't add anything on here. Gee, thanks. The shader? I think it's still a legitimate form of creation to think about the marketing angle as to like who you're trying to sell to and what they might like and what the game looks like and just to feel out what you're doing. I think it's entirely reasonable to do the marketing first. Like I said, I don't know if it's a good idea, but I think it's entirely reasonable. Oh wait, and then if I added the shaders to the level art here. And I wanted to figure out a way to get the text to look like straight up white, like everything else is. Oh boy, so if I do all of these and then try to say I want to change out the shader, oh bugger off. Gee, thanks. Missed the old screen when you could read the text. Oh, as in it's too zoomed out. That is kind of why I did the it's why I have it like kind of a big screen in the middle to try to make it so that you can actually see what's going on. Because I know there are some streamers and VTubers that do the like, here's my giant avatar and here's all this other notifications and other stuff, which I do want to tuck something up into the corners a little bit, just because I do need to make like a trailer for here's all the nonsense I've made, which I think would also be good as a, I don't know about a well, I guess it could be a portfolio piece, but also just to sell people on the idea that I've made a bunch of stuff and go check out that other stuff if you want, if you have time, I guess. Can I zoom Unity to make it look bigger? Yeah, okay, I don't know about the outlines in between these, but that's okay. Yeah, the outline's kind of working. It should be an outline around everything as opposed to individual things, but... Yeah, is there a setting to make the text bigger? Because I also wouldn't mind it. It is pretty small. So... I don't know what that would fall under. General? Editor font? Editor sharpness. I did find the editor font, so I feel like I'm in the right place. Yeah, it's not colors. I guess we look it up. Okay. 10 pin, go away. Yeah, do I want to make candle pin and duck pin? Possibly. Not right now, but that's once I have made a game. Help but can't read the settings. This is what I'm trying to fix here. I'm trying to see if I can so Unity text size. It's gonna be okay, Unity editor. Text size. Or it's like a Unity editor, like zoom in on the windows. It's gonna be all the like actually how do you use the yeah, okay, no, this is how to do a zoom in Unity, right? Or maybe it is actually for the editor, but I just want to change the settings, so. But the wacky pack and super auto pet is pretty crazy. I have not touched super auto pets in years. I don't even, because I doubt I was playing that on my phone, but was that through Steam? I feel like I had to have played some amount of Super Auto Pets. Okay, I have 4 hours on Steam. I feel like I played some more. But yeah, it's been... Does it say last time I booted this up? That'd be I have way too many hours on my phone. Yeah, Marvel Snap is the yeah, and that's one I keep coming back to, but I haven't played that one in a while. Yeah, Super Auto Pets is one of those ones where I think it succeeds despite its graphics, not because of its graphics. Because I know first blush when I saw Northern Lion was playing this, and I was like, well, why is he playing some kind of kids game? But it's also like playing Merge Maestro recently because Northern Lion was, you know, popping off. Like, yeah, everybody's saying this is the most sort your salad game I've ever seen. Which, okay, wait. Has somebody made that at this point? It feels like somebody has had to have made that. Sort your salad. Okay, no, I guess it's just sort of a meme that somebody made. Okay, that's what it was. Somebody made a meme of this. Where he's being all existential and... Yeah, okay. It deserves 5 stars, what the heck? Well, I don't know, because they've done a lot of updates and stuff, and I don't know how well each of the updates has gone over for their yeah, I was gonna say, because this is edit as of this, so it used to be perfectly fine. If you have a low-end device, you can't even get past the loading screen. I was like, this is one of the least visually complex games that, like, I don't know. They've been good updates? Okay. You got me wanting to get back into it. And I wanted to pull it up on here just to see if it'd say how much time I have on Super Auto Pets on the phone. Because I know this shows you all of the games that you've played. Well, I guess this would tell me. As visually complex as Stunt Planet. Super Auto Pets has more going on. There's nothing going on with Stunt Planet. Yeah, my friend was like, "Hey, do you have 2 more emails to get people to finish the testing?" And I was like, "Well, I guess I'll ask my friends." It's just that game is not done, and it's all broken, and neither of us want to finish it. So, okay, wait, Super Auto Pets. Yeah, this is just gonna tell me that I had the game if I had the game. Yeah, okay, so that was Super Auto Pets, but this doesn't say how long I've played it for. That's kind of a bummer. Yeah, because Steam says I only played for like 4 hours, and I feel like I played more than that. Although I did fall off, so. Oh, don't have Android. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you didn't mention if people had actually played the test version, because I'm like, because I think I tried to download it, and then my phone was like, no, I'm not having it, and it was like, okay, well, should probably, I don't know, it's like, I want to just shit the game out, and here's the thing, we don't play it, it's not anything, but it's on the store. I think it's really what we were trying to get to. And it's just gonna be forever out of reach. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go find the link to try to do that again. Okay, how about Unity preferences, text size, or window size? No, window size is, okay. Okay, Unity preferences. Text size. Start button settings, ease of access display. Okay. Ease of access, which again is not going to exist a couple years from when they had that. Yeah, okay, this is all going to be for the game, not for the editor. And I would have assumed. That's AI, analysis profile, asset, colors, diagnostic, external tools. No, okay, that's the code. It's stuff for the scene. Yeah, because I honestly wouldn't mind it being a little bigger myself. This is heckin' tiny. Because there's too many pixels on this dumb dad blasted thing. As a visual scripting. Really, you don't have... Okay, so we try... Yeah, it's gonna say that. Unity preferences, text size, and then we do... Give me a more recent one. That doesn't exist. Select which font to display. Is the font... Yeah, okay. That's not the font size. Okay, yeah, text rendering mode. No. Yeah, preferences. Then we gotta display settings. Okay, was that one of the things there? I don't know that I saw display settings. Diagnostics. No, there's no D for display settings. Dang it. I liked your idea of, hey, make the thing a little bigger. Because, like, at least on a web page, I can do that. Yeah, so like this. I don't know if that is a better, like, you can actually read the text or not, but... Yeah, okay, so that is not the font size. This is gonna tell me that actually, yeah, the font size, or Unity editor font size. Okay, now that might be it. Preferences. Oh wait, did I click the wrong? Did I click into the wrong thing here? No, it says preferences, so edit preferences. What about preferences UI scaling? Current scaling, 100%. Okay, wait, let's save the little bit of nonsense that I did. And then we do... Yeah, okay, so this is not really gonna tell me. Do I just need to restart it? Because it's really not going to tell me what it actually is going to look like at the end. I'm just kind of making a guess, like 150. Well, let's see, if I'm messing with settings, I could mess with these settings again too. Switch it back to like military time. Switch the date back to day, month, year. Hey, that's looking bigger. Yeah. Is that better? Is that a little more readable? Might be a bit too big, but... Oh, you're gonna permanently make this 1.5 times scale? Is the smallest I can do? Odd. You're gonna have this blown up. Okay, wait, so what happens if I hit play then? Is it gonna look grainy? Because it looks kind of grainy. That's probably almost like too blown up, I don't know. Well, we'll stick with it for now and then see how I feel, so. Yeah, it's readable, but mostly the issues that you have window capture scaled down to show extra titles saying press my buttons. Well, and the character and the stream avatars and the... I do want to have some extra nonsense on the edges and stuff. And at some point I will get the... Yeah, character gets in the way anyways. Well, and it's like if I wanted to, I could do the... I could full screen it. If I could find the thing. Okay, no, but I wanted to leave it like this, where it's got the extra nonsense and stuff. Well, and it was nobody complained about it until I got a new monitor that just made everything super tiny. But it was pretty tiny for me too. I think this is a little too big. I might bump it back down to like 125 or something, just go up a little bit. But okay, now what the heck was I doing? Back to prototyping, which would be back to like tabletop simulator. Well, I guess that's, can I mess with like, I guess the display settings. Yeah, do they have Quirkle in tabletop simulator? Could I just use those in tabletop simulator? Or I could play Deep Snake. That's the, I played 2 other games from this dev, and I'm like, I'm keeping up. I've got one more game coming out soon, but apparently they released some, free game here real quick. Yeah, it's like, wait, because... Yeah, this is just a snake in a weird environment, right? But yeah, it was like I've played... I enjoyed the heck out of 2D and Top D. Oh yeah, the dev even watched me play part of this. And the Trouble Juice was kind of fun. I thought the bingo achievement system was neat, but also it didn't fully work. Just because of the fact that you kind of unlock everything at once at the end. Just by the nature of bingo. Just felt a little weird and off to me. Okay, well, we're gonna take a quick distraction break here to play some Deep Snake, and then I can switch to hey, it is there. Okay, wait, let's do there. Here. Okay, and that doesn't really matter because I'm just going to blow it up into full game screen anyway. And Sad World, I need you to shut up. It's not even Sad World anymore. Okay, well then I can just bugger off entirely. Hey, and it actually did the thing. Sweet. Seems a bit quiet, but... Oh, and this just is the game. Okay, it's just, here's the options menu and the... Yeah, okay, so this is for freebies. Okay, now I am following the game page. It was like... Yeah, this is the first of like random little free game. This is definitely like a random little free game here. If it's just got the options menu and stuff. You see, this is what I would want to do as like a Steam game. This feels possible for me to do as like a Steam game. Where I just take a jam game and make it like a little bigger or something. Why is it gotta be right up on the edge there? I mean, this is neat. It's a little hard to figure out how to... Keep expecting it to like loop or something. The way it zooms in and out is just... It's just weird and off-putting. Am I gonna really have to worry about running into myself? I guess that'll happen at some point. Oh, there we go. Okay, now you can get deeper. I was kind of wondering about... Oop! No! That wasn't too bad. I guess I could... Yeah, there we go. We get rid of the coaster. Oh, yeah, I could. Nah, we'll leave the stream avatars. I think the coaster's just a bit much. Okay, I was like, I just unlocked the next level. I gotta keep going. Really neat. It's hard to understand and parse. Just like the going in and out of the thing feels so weird. Why does it go towards the outside sometimes? Because that's almost like a guaranteed I'm gonna die. Very hard to tell how this. Well, it's looking very like the eyeballs look like they're just two pictures pasted on the inside of the spheres there, and it seems like it's on the inside of a cylinder, but I don't know how the. Ah! I did clip it just a little too close. Dang it. Boy, does it take a while for the snake to die. Okay, I gotta get a couple levels in. Whoops. Dang it. I haven't made a snake game. As much as snake shows up in game jams and stuff, I don't think I've made a snake and or snake related game. Let's see, do I have a favorite snake and or snake related game? I did like that one, what was that? Oh, Just a Normal Snake. I did like Just a Normal Snake, even though I was absolutely awful at that game. Yeah, Snake is one of those arcade games that I've never been good at. Oh, okay, so you can get the apples way the heck out here, too. It zooms out so fast when you start zooming at, like... Ah, no! When you zoom in and out, it gets moving really fast. Comparatively. Yeah, I don't know if I have any idea, like, unique ideas for doing a snake-related game. Well, if I wanted to add, like, as many grid-based games to Plunk as possible, I definitely could add a snake. Oh, no, wait, I lied. I definitely had that as an idea of, like, if you get a chain of balls together, that's already, like, snake, basically. So. Oh, did the day just flip over? The day might have just flipped over. Wait. That was 8 based on the... Did I pick up 8? Or... Okay, that's 3 apples, and the best is 14. That doesn't tell me exactly what the score is. Well, shoot. Let's see, of the 3 games from this dev that I've played, I think I like the first one best. I think it also had the most time and energy and effort put into it with 2D and Top D. This is just a free game anyway. Yeah, and I'm never huge on the pixel scales being all sorts of sizes. I feel like it works for the snake, because the snake is somewhat 3D, but like the apples are just very obviously 2D. Seems like it's spawning really close to the edge there. Yeah, I don't know. Does Tron count as like a snake game? Not that I've ever actually played Tron or been good at... Ah! No! Why? The void there. I want to just get to the 3rd level just to see what it is. Oh, and then did I have more weekend I could yap about? Let's see, because I yapped about, I did some breakfast, I played a game, I did the frisbee golf at the park, I did... I got 3 hours of the Donkey Kong Bonanza. I was gonna do chores yesterday, and then I was like, okay, if I'm gonna be waiting around a while to get my car fixed, well, let's make sure the Donkey Kong Bonanza is fully updated and functioning. So I was like, okay, no, I have to boot up the game fully to make sure that, because then it did have an update, so it's like, okay, we're gonna make sure the game is fully running before I head out, and then 3 hours passed. Yeah, so far I'm I'm positive on Donkey Kong Bonanza, but the skill point thing is bothering me. It's like, that's not what a platformer is about, is gaining a bunch of skill points to unlock moves and stuff. And I'm like, this is not a typical Nintendo thing. I don't know why they wanted to do it with this Donkey Kong Bonanza game, but... No! I knew I was gonna get a little too close in there. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed in Donkey Kong Bonanza because of the skill tree. I don't want an extra 20% whatever. I want to just do, like, unlocking a whole new move. Like, and it's still, you're unlocking moves. It's just you have to get 5 bananas to get a skill point. And then a lot of the things are just, here's, you can punch 30% better. It just feels out of place. For what I want out of a 3D platformer. And it's the same team that did, like, Mario Odyssey and stuff. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're just gonna dive in and out. It's like, no, it's a recipe for disaster, dang it. I gotta get to the next level, come on. Well, I think the reason I want to like Donkey Kong Bonanza more is because of, like, you run around doing Big Punch as a major move and stuff. And there is the, like, the chaining together different actions to then do better platforming and stuff, which is, like, it feels like it's got, at least right now, it feels like it's got the makings of the juice for having some really interesting platforming sections. And I like the challenge sections that they have. There's a good amount of the open world that feels like I'm just punching through the walls to punch through the walls instead of like I'm trying to go somewhere and do something. It's got a bit, so far it feels like it's got a bit too many things to collect. When it's like, oh yeah, there's 60 of these things and there's, yeah, like your money goes, like I had 1,000 something money or almost 10,000 something money in the first level. And it was like, that just seems like, yeah, and like every time you punch a wall or anything, it just showers you with yet more and more gold coins and stuff. And it's to a degree to me that feels a bit egregious. Like I understand rewarding the player and you want them to punch through stuff, so yeah, give them a reward for punching through stuff. But like I said, it's a bit egregious to me. You just get so much gold for just like punching a random wall. It's weird because this looks somewhat 3D, but I did get a little too ballsy there, dang it. This quick distraction is getting to be longer and longer. I was thinking this is a free game that would only take me like 10 minutes to play, and I think it's been closer to 15 to 20. But it's giving me a good chance to complain about Donkey Kong Bonanza and wishing that it were a different game. Because it's most of that game to me, but it is not fully that game. I think it's really, I just wanted Super Mario Odyssey with, it's like, wait, the shiny made it look like the apple was inside of there, right? Yeah, because Mario Odyssey, I think, is, in terms of 3D platformers, like, wowie, I had such a good run there, and then at this point you shouldn't be surprised by being ballsy. It's gonna catch me off guard every time. Well, I think I have some amount of skill, and then I'm somehow always surprised when I don't. I think my expectation is that I get better at things. And I think I also subvert that expectation a lot. And that I don't get better at things. And that I don't... God, balls. Yeah, that's one of those things I feel like I did not realize how much balls was like a core theme of me, myself, and I. And yet, here I am. Saying, oh wait, that is a curse that I use. Is God balls. I think that was partially like a let's try not to take God's name in vain, despite the fact that I am not religious. And yet... Well, it's just like, I know a lot of people are using the, like, let's call robots a slur. And I'm like, you know... I'm not gonna join it on that. It feels like a slippery slope. You start with, okay, well, this is not a real thing. I can't hurt a robot's feelings. But I'm also the kind of person that's like, I'm not gonna make fun of my microwave either. It's an inanimate object, but... I don't know, I guess I yell curses at my computer, but that's mostly just me and curses at my own hubris. My own expectations not living up to myself more than it is like the computer not working the way I want it to work. But still. Like I said, it's a slippery slope of like, okay, well, if I feel like, oh, this is my home, I'm gonna go chase a bug out of the corner of the room, well then... Because that's always the line of like, okay, well, what bugs? It's like, what bugs are okay and what bugs aren't. I'm definitely like, it doesn't matter the bug, I'm going to be nice and let it outside. Although I did do that when my when I went shopping with my sister and was like, oh, this little beetle, let's go save this little beetle, and then find out literally later that day when I go and visit my aunt that it's an invasive species, and then just then my aunt was killing him by the bucket load. Yeah, that's one of those ones of like, I would say don't be killing animals, but it's like, well, what do you do about an invasive species that is killing all of the other animals in an ecosystem? But I think that's more like you could just relocate. And, well, ideally you relocate an invasive species back to a native area maybe, but... Yeah, that was a video I was watching about the pythons in Florida that they escaped. They had a facility that had a bunch of pythons, and then a hurricane happened and destroyed the facility, so then all the pythons got out and then have just started breeding and taking over the ecosystem like crazy. And it's like, wow, these are big snakes, and they eat so much. Yeah, they were even talking about stories of like, oh, here's a snake that tried to eat an entire alligator and then exploded from the inside because it was too big. Seems like a terrifying, horrible way to go, to eat yourself to death, to explode from having had too big of a meal. Yeah, I've definitely eaten too much, but I don't think I've gotten anywhere close to the point of, like, explode my stomach from the inside out. Yeah, because I'm definitely a small person that wants to eat more than I... Well, it's because I try to eat portion sizes that are for bigger people than me, and then... Okay, so now the shiny is just showing you where the center of the well is, I guess. You're gonna know where the center of the well is no matter what. I don't know why it needs the shininess in there. So. Okay. For me, it also depends on how big the bug, or how the bug behaves. If it's a fly that continues to fly, yeah, if it's a fly that's constantly getting in your face, then no, and I think that's kind of fair. That's where you like, if you kind of can't do anything about its survival, then that's entirely fair. I did it! I got to the next level! And somehow this one seems easier, possibly. I need my butt to get out of the way! I was gonna say, we're not gonna get to level 4, and I'm like, well, not with that attitude. Oh no, can we get out of level 2? Somehow level 2 seems worse to be than level 3. It's just because the speed changed from going in and out. Wow, that's all the way at the edge. Seems a little weird and a little... I hate the level 2! Level 2 sucks. Okay. I might leave it at 29 here. I could go for 33, but it's 8:15. I think I'm good. I did some modeling, I did some testing. Oh, I was gonna actually try to make the button work in Unity, but that also might be a matter of doing some more prototyping. Figuring out what the heck the game even is first. So. Okay. So I might call it quits. Oh yeah, and I didn't get enough sleep last night because my back was going back to being a bastard because I exercised. I went and tossed the frisbee around, and that was enough for my back to. 2. Everybody left because Deep Snake wasn't interesting. Boo. Yes, boo. I thought Deep Snake was cool. I was doing some fun yapping. But I guess if it's just... if everybody disappeared and went to bed, then I suppose I will do the same. No raid for me then, I guess. Unless it updates and says that there's 3 people, which... I have had that happen where people come in right as I end the stream. It doesn't appear to be the case today, though. Oh, I could have done Deep Thoughts in Deep Snake. I guess I could try some more Deep Snake again later, too, but... yeah, some Deep Thoughts in Deep Snake. Yeah, I wasn't having super deep thoughts. Like I said, I'm also kind of tired and stuff. Now, do I want to... do a picture of this? No, there's not really enough updates. Oh, and I guess if I did do the... I don't know, maybe. I think we'd also need some other buttons and stuff, too. Oh, and that was the other thing, was to also add a... okay, no, I guess we'll do a quick test here. So a 3D object text. And this is the button. Well, okay, no, just text, that's fine. And then that will be under you. Or under you, rather. And then we reset you. Okay, so what does that look like? Oh, okay, I do want to switch out the... no, not the material, the font. Oh, music. That's why. Seems a little odd. I guess top one. I was gonna say, it's Snail's house. That's old Snail's house. That's the junk. Or the... That's the alternate Snail's house, not the actual Snail's house. Although it's also still good stuff. And then does this have the outline? Yes, it does have some kind of outline. It says it's there, but then when I do that, it says it's there. Oh, did I do text or 3D text? Wait. 3D object. Text Mesh Pro. Okay, let's maybe not do what I was just doing there. Okay, so back to... Oh, I'm still on Deep Snake, aren't I? Well, now that I've gotten distracted by doing this, okay, now I'm gonna be going to bed here. I don't need to... Okay, I'm sleeping, I'm going to bed, I'm calling it quits, I'm leaving. I say as I continue to not call it quits and not leave. And no, I need to get extra sleep. Okay, stop messing with the material. I need to get some extra sleep because I did not get enough sleep last night. Okay. Well, I started this stream half an hour late. I think that's also the reason that I feel like, oh, I want to work on this some more, is because I started the stream late. Yeah, not in like I owe anybody anything, but in like a... I just wanna... Why did that change the scale so drastically? Odd. Okay, I want you to be there. There we go. And there. Why is that changing the scale so drastically? What? Okay, that's very much a go to bed sign. When the thing is not working, you don't have any clue why. That's a sign to go to bed. Okay, but then when I rotate this... Why is that your response? That's not... Yeah, just keep the same scale. Yeah, it even is this scale here. Weird. Okay, that is not the scale that I want. Okay, stop. Go to bed. Nobody's here. It's a very good opportunity to go to bed early. Yeah, this is a little bit of that, like, well, once you just start on a thing, it's a lot easier to keep it running and keep it going. It's because I like streaming, and it's not super duper late, but... Okay, so now actually give me like 3 times as big. Oh, the ad started running anyway. Okay, no, let's squeeze out a cent or two off of the person that's not here. That's not the right response here. It's called go to bed. Okay, 3 is too much. So 2. There we go. Nice blurry number on top of the thing. Or on the nice blurry scene there. Okay, I could probably do a little bit more of an outline on that, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to bed. Nobody's here. Go to bed. Right? Nobody's here? Nobody stayed here and they went to bed? They're more sane than I am. I keep thinking I need to raid out too, and that's the other thing. It's like, no, I'm not raiding. I can just call it quits and go to bed. Okay, I feel like I want to wait for... Okay, let's chug this water, wait for the ad break to end, and then after the ad break ends, I can say goodnight. Have fun sleeping. Here I am thinking I'm going to be going to bed early. It's 8:30. It's going to take me like 10 to 15 minutes to brush my teeth and prepare for bed and everything. So no, I'll just be going to bed on time. It won't be early. Okay, and then what do I want to do tomorrow? I think back to prototyping. I just wanted to mess with some modeling. I just wanted to make some models real quick. And now that I look at it, I'm like, that pin is really not that bad. It's a little skinny. But that's fine. Okay. So, now that the ads are gone, I can say goodbye, good night, thanks for stopping by, have fun sleeping. Are my stream avatars, have they been off the entire time? Don't body shame the pin. Well, because I said it was too thin, or too thick, or the wrong shape. Well, and I could just go get somebody's bowling pin model somewhere, but no, like I said, I think I'm actually like it. That looks better than I thought. It's gonna be interesting to figure out how to get motion into this scene. Because, like, the color, I think, sort of implies motion, but that really does not, like, unless you knew that that's what was happening. Okay, like I said, people who should be in bed, not just me, other people should probably be sleeping, too. Okay, but I will call it quits. There's nobody to raid. Everybody's gone, and it's bedtime, and you said you're going to bed, so... No raiding this time. But I will be back tomorrow with more prototyping, I think. I think I will be back to fiddling around in Tabletop Simulator. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to model. It was like a brick block. Yeah. I don't know how hard that would be. No, we're not thinking about that right now. I'm going to bed. Goodbye, good night, thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Bye. Could try to later draw over the image to add speed lines or something to imply movement or motion blur. Yeah, well, and I was thinking of adding like some line renders or something to see if that would also like give it that sort of motion. Because I don't remember exactly what I had here. Yeah, I did just do some speed lines. Oh, that was the other thing, the shader. To give it that nice bend. Okay, but yeah, I do agree that there's like I could add some stuff after the fact to give this a bit more motion to it. That is the thing that is lacking the most right now. The pin I think gives a little bit more motion, but. Oh, and I don't know if I could change the bumper to look like it's just been bumped too. Like just kind of draw it through its animation or something. Can you pause? Hey. Can you just tell it to be at a part of an animation. So if it's like there. Oh yeah, you can. Okay. Then yeah, we'll just leave that at like its partially bumped state too. You're not really gonna be able to see that in the photo here, but you can maybe feel it, I guess. I don't know. Okay, but that's also good to know that you can just leave an animation at a partially animated state too. Okay, stop. Go to bed. It's 8:30. Very perfect time to go to bed. Maybe that's what I was waiting for. Okay. 8:30. Goodbye. Good night. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. I'll be back tomorrow with more prototyping, most likely. I just wanted to take a break and do some modeling today. Okay. Bye.